Mod just does a lot of damage, right, versus percentage HP, or has a lot of percentage HP damage built into his kit, plus he builds that Liandry's. It's going to be hopefully able to take down Flandre as well. It's went pretty well for anyone's legend, right? Here we go.
Yeah, already a flash engaged by Kyle. Jakilov does not have his. He's forced to dash straight into the hands of Tarzan, and first blood is picked up by AL. Chris, the next on the menu. Kyle waiting for another stun to potentially come up off of cooldown, will be matched by Tarzan's flash, and it's a quick 2 kills to anyone's legend.
It might do very well for them to deny a dragon here, deny a dragon there.
Trade on the other side, though, will be those grubs. As you mentioned, Kanavi going to pick up all 3 of them, with Flandre just ulting up to the top side to try to catch that wave and prevent any turret plates from going down at this point. Tarzan getting that Cloud Drake, and then going to have his chance to invade this bottom side a little bit as well. It reset for now, as Top Esports still waiting for 369 to get here, make it an even fight. That is at least one of those grubs picked up, and now AL are going to peel off for now.
So they could transition Jakilov over, and looking at that bot lane as well, teleport free for Cream if they do want to try and find a fight, but neither side are going to get the feet on this, so it's just going to be a little flip for the final one.
We hear that bell. That means that Flandre is going to try to join the fight here. Teleport comes in as well from Cream, but the Unstoppable Onslaught will not find a target. Chris flashes in, lands that Pop Blossom onto 2, and Cream, between worlds, will pick up that kill onto Kyle. Jakilov the next target, though, as anyone's legends and Tarzan on the Nefiri are looking to bounce back here in this team fight. Kanavi been knocked up as well. Realm Warp out from Shanks to get himself away from the Death Realm of 369, and the rest of AL are going to try to collapse here onto this Mordekaiser. Flash in onto Flandre to land that slow with the E, and Hope will pick up the kill, making it 5-1 anyone's legend.
Time. Jakilov positioned aggressively.
And now we've got another fight here. Chris, without that flash, in some trouble as Kyle will come down with that grand Starfall and allow for Tarzan to pick up his second kill. AL running the map so far in game 1.
You know, sort of correcting themselves. Remember that the last 2 times these teams played each other, it was Top Esports came out on top. Top that booked their...
There's just too many of them. Look, he spawns them all with acid to it. Looking like Joey Chestnut out here. The way
okay, Rift Herald has been started by AL. We've got a lot of people on this top side. Group hits onto Shanks.
In some trouble here. Kanavi going to throw out the ultimate, but Shanks will just flash away from it. We match potentially here by Chris. Pop Blossom Flash will stun him up, but now without any crowd control, Shanks will not be able to escape here with the Realm Warp. Really nicely timed route here by the Skarner to prevent him from going down. Now, another fight has opened up. 4 members of Top Esports on the wrong side of the map, but it doesn't matter because they are doing so much damage here. Tarzan going to pick up 1 on a Jakilov, and maybe look for another as Hope is still full HP with the Gatling gun unleashed. Kanavi, Chris, and the rest of Top Esports still in some trouble here. This dog is absolutely barking right now in this game, but he finally will get taken down by Cream. Now Hope in a 1v3 will back forward. Cream is still running the wrong way. Shirley should go down. Gatling gun up once again, and there's the Foss Bomb to pick up another kill for Hope.
Yeah, and I don't think that they can get Herald off this Top Esports. They did find a good fight, though. 2 really good teleports that bait the majority of AL around the top side fight. Probably going to get to see a little bit more of that once again. TP's down to the bot side from 369.
A lot more of that international experience. We're hoping that it can come into fruition here in this game, specifically when he is the primary carry. Right now, Dragon started up by Top Esports. They'll have the smite advantage with the random Jakilov on the Callista. Tarzan, though, still looking for a potential steal. Will not pick it up, though, as Kanavi will secure the objective. But now, here comes the big fight. Dream goes between worlds. Shanks currently the target right now, but Flandre going over the backside. And there's Kanavi getting bursted instantaneously. A 2-man Pop Blossom combined by the Fate's Call will mean that Chris and the rest of TES will be able to peel away for now. Krebs goes forward, but doesn't find a single knockup and will get taken down by Hope. And anyone's legends will win this fight easily. They lose the dragon, but will pick up 4, maybe 5, as Jakilov is still on the run. Tarzan finds the mark, pops the Eclipse Shield, and will not be able to find the rest of the kills.
Beforehand, they're going to take the bot lane tier 1 as well. And there are pings up toward the Atacon as well by AL. They know that they are in the ascendancy this game. Was able to do in that fight is exactly what led to anyone's legend being in a very good spot.
Top Esports, they still want to fight. They find Kyle here with the Impale, forcing him to flash away. Hope gets taken really low by Cream. But here comes the follow-up by Tarzan on the Nefiri. Kanavi once again gets taken down. Second proc of the ultimate lands onto Jakilov, but he will be able to dash away for now. Here comes Shanks. He flashes to the wall, but the Pop Blossom will be responded to. Shanks picks up 1 kill onto Jakilov. Will Cream be able to find 1? He finally does. Back onto the Nefiri, but will get traded by Flandre. Another 4 kills find the way of AL as they'll make their way towards the Otacon.
And the battle of the mid laners continues to reign supreme. Shanks finds a triple kill in the top side there. Flashing over the wall, laying waste to the backline of Top Esports to hand over. 4-1-8 for Shanks, 5-0-6 for Hope. The carries for anyone's legend having a remarkable game, just too much. It's Top Esports that are reeling from that fight.
I feel like in general, you look at Top Esports composition, they want to fight like front to back 5v5, right? You have this big front line in the Skarner, you haven't been able to find those fights the way that they wanted to. It's always these little skirmishes that end up scattered across multiple fronts, and we're going to see it again here with the semi-globals that AL have. Cream will once again go down. He has 5 of the 6 kills with top, but also 4 deaths at this point. Rift Herald also picked up by AL as they're going to try to crack open this top tier 2.
Yeah, and that's a really big mistake from Cream here. Going to cost them probably this tier 2 on the top side, but you have to wonder, why is he so far up without the proper support that he needs there? And maybe he's not got the damage to do that, but a quick chunk like that can change the course of how a fight works.
Tarzan joinks away that hard box for red buff by 369. He popped the death realm to make it a 1-for-1. He will be stronger in this isolated setting. Will matter how much reinforcements Tarzan will have once the fight begins.
He's got a lot.
And here comes Tarzan with the Flandre with the ultimate, and will be able to pick up that kill on to Tarzan. Here comes the trade though, Kanavi with a 2-man impale, but he is all too late as the rest of his team has fallen around him. Anyone's legend dominating once again.
Top Esports continue to tunnel on just 1 kill or so as AL secure what is going to be their 3rd dragon, putting them on Soul Point. Baron's going to be up now for the next 5 minutes with no contest of objective on either side of the rift. They might want to take a bot lane tier 2 before they head up there, but it's not going to be necessary. I think with Hope and Flandre here, look at, like, that's 8 spears and Flandre just tanked it. He's tanking the turret.
That's the Sion gameplay right there. He's got his 2 items.
Up and charges into them. They found another pick as Cream has found himself caught once again. A 2nd side lane death in, well, probably as many minutes, but pretty rough so far.
Tarzan now going for another invade here onto Top Esports. His red buff Kyle just unrelenting here on this front line as well with the Pantheon. Here comes Flandre off the teleport, lands that on top of Onslaught onto Kanavi. Impale does not find a target, and here comes Tarzan. Procs that ultimate and picks up the 1st kill, and now 369 has Hope in the Death Realm. Chris lands the Pop Blossom onto 2, but there's just not enough damage as the power of the Glizzy will strike fear into the hearts of Top Esports. It's a triple kill for Tarzan on the dog.
That they're looking for, 0 seconds left. Cream's death timer is elapsed, so they might not be able to end the game here, Grapes. But they're certainly going to look to put some pretty sizable damage down to the base of Top Esports.
Should at least be 2 inhibitors. The question is, will they go for more? Hope Valks to try to clear that wave out a little bit quicker, but Baron should likely be the target that AL retreat to at this point. They have a 13,000 gold lead at this point.
Alone, 4.1 thousand gold difference as Shanks is now just dancing with Kanavi.
At level 18, Kai has the help of Kyle and Hope. In addition to that, Kanavi just never got anything going here on this Skarner. Pop Blossom comes out for Chris, has not had enough time to do enough scaling here in this game, and now 369 is going to teleport himself into a rough situation in a 1v3. Can't even pop the Death Realm as he gets crowd controlled to bits. And Cream, now the next target here. Rocket does not connect, so he will be able to survive at least for now. But the game might not be in their hands for much longer. Tarzan jumping in, lands that ultimate in onto Jackie Love, and that should do it. Baron not even necessary, as anyone's legends are 5 strong, pushing into the base of Top Esports.
Yeah, 30 kills in 29 minutes. It's a demolition of our LPL champions, and AL back to winning ways.
Tarzan on the Nefiri jungle ends 8-3-13. Hope 9-0-11 as the Nexus goes down, and in a sub-30-minute domination.
This Nautilus, I definitely prefer the Nautilus here. Does really well, especially versus Misfortune. Right, you've got 2 ways of attempting to interrupt that bullet time. You've got really easy access to tried and true CC.
With that bottom lane lead, they opened up that 1-wave lead for themselves and are in a decent position overall for Hope and Kyle to once again have high impact in this game.
Yeah, and again, a reminder that this AL combo... Oh, hold on.
Oh, empowered W here for 369. Gonna force the flash out of front. Flandre, slice, dice, and the Q. That's first blood for 369.
Yeah, just knowing that the hop's down and that he doesn't have the way to get out. Now another engaged bot side.
Looks like Chris and Jackie Love want to engage with this big wave crashing down here for TES. Spotted out by Tarzan though, and Kyle does not land that dredge line. That could have been disastrous here. for top esports.
The wave's too
Tarzan
big.
didn't want to jump in just yet. Here comes the flash though, onto the flashless Alistar, and makes it a 1-for-1 trade. However, here comes the teleport. It will be 369 joining the fight, but Tarzan and Hope should be able to get away for now.
Teleport to get back to that top side. In fact, was able to find a solo kill in the top lane, then TP down to that bot side to rescue what was a winning play for AL and turn it around into top esports' favor. And now able to bully Flandre on his return to the lane.
I'm going to see him at as well. You know that he's going for clearing out those waves as fast as possible. He already has one plate for himself down on the bottom side. So nice job from TES to take advantage of the situation. Or sorry, Avail to take advantage of the situation. Kanavi not going to be able to get there before it is too late.
Yeah, and Tarzan as well. Just, I mean, I think one camp ahead probably in terms of experience.
Another instance of some trading back and forth in terms of the HP bars, but right now 369 has his eyes set on more than just an HP bar, maybe a kill in full onto Hope. Dominus has been proc, stun lands from Chris. They're going to try to give the kill over to 369, but he pops the barrier. Finally, the flash Q from 369 will be able to secure the feat of warfare as well as another kill on the Crocodile. And that is top esports once again getting control on the top laner here for themselves. Kanavi also able to pick up all 3 grubs on that exchange.
AL don't have an answer to.
See how aggressive Cream is being here. This as well has the full Unicall picked up. Gonna try to crack open this first tower on the bottom lane tier 1. Kyle though, looking for the engage alongside Tarzan. The tank squad will set up beautifully for Hope, who gets headbutted away, but will still be able to find a kill onto Chris most likely. That ultimate is ticking. Another proc of the soul on Bound will allow for Kanavi to fall as well. And this is the fight that anyone's Legends was looking for. Shanks lands the Q3 onto Cream. He's gonna go down as well. Tarzan does not take that final tower shot, and AL are right back into this game.
They would have lost 2 dragons as well, so top esports maybe want or maybe wouldn't mind giving this, but I think they're in a position where they can try to fight, especially if they collapse a little bit split. They can look for a skirmish here, but Drake goes down, TP even comes in, so they're going to look to prioritize this mid lane tier 1 turret. Trade of TPs so that Shanks can just get here, but the rest of the team, they're cut off.
Yeah, so that's the trade that they want to go for. They trade that second dragon for getting that mid lane tier 1, which can have drastic implications of how the map is played. Ruin King. Right now, though, their goal is not to fight these 5v5s, but instead look for picks like they're doing right now on the 369. There comes the engage from Hope, popping that killer instinct, but 369 will flash underneath the tower. A teleport comes in as well, as it's going to be Flandre joining the party here, but here comes Jackie Love. He has his ultimate available, uses that bullet time, and will be able to take down Kyle. But he has Tarzan on top of him, but will not be able to get a kill onto the Misfortune in response.
Sacked off this top side as well to make this move happen and doesn't get anything for it. Flandre's reached that Trinity Force. The Gnar is, if nothing, a little bit online as Jackie is forced to flash.
Tarzan with that Glacial Prison actually going to follow with the flash as well to land the soul on the W. Flandre coming in, and that's Hope dashing forward with the killer instinct to pick up the shutdown onto Jackie Love. Those are 2 well-needed kills for the Kaisa as Hope is now 4-1.
What did we say, Grapes? What this thing that AL can do is go in, and they just, again, extend. Not even, it didn't feel like too far for top esports. They were in the river when they're winning the game at this point. Massive gold lead. They've got all 3 turrets still standing, but just the way that AL are able to collapse on them from such a far distance as well with Hope proves to be their undoing. And they need to be 5 members jumping in together to make it happen, and with Flandre spending a little bit of time trying to recuperate the lost gold on the top side, it's a team-wide decision. The consensus has been met that fighting here is not our choice.
Yeah, and while the picks are very good in terms of the way AL has set up their composition,
lots of members of top esports here. TP's going deep as well.
Wow, Cream. Maybe in some trouble, he's able to rocket jump away. Hope already has used the ultimate in Kanavi with the Nature's Grass, gets him away, but now Jackie Love potentially targeted here by Flandre and Tarzan, but no hard crowd control can land onto the MF just yet. 369 has arrived in the fight with a teleport flash, twisted advance onto Tarzan, and he will fall. Jacula picks up the gold, but now the Otacon playing a little bit of a role as Flandre picks up the kill under Kanavi, but it'll be matched nicely by top. That's a double kill for Jackie.
Oh, it feels bad for Kanavis. He gets chopped down by the spinning blades of the Atacon, but it's a 2-for-1 trade, and it's one that nets top esports the Atacon as well. A scrappy fight, a messy engage down in the bot side, and 1 rocket jump, 1 flash from Cream baits in AL, and honestly catches them a little bit off guard. The engage that comes through is completely disjointed, and the TP, yes, it was into the backline, but it's far too deep. Hopefully we get a replay to take a little look again.
will. Nice buffer from Cream to get away from that Glacial Prison as top bot lane tier 2 now becomes a target. Top Esports, a lot of control here with these 6 grubs and 3,000 gold leads, so they're trying to pick up any turrets that they can.
Yeah, I mean, with Demolish propping and ready as well, you'd like to maybe take one.
Oh, look at the bullet time across the Nature's Grasp as well. Tarzan and Flandre are already so low. Shanks lands a nicely timed Fate Seal and will be able to pick up Cream. A 1-for-0 overall for anyone's legend.
Combo is there. We get Maokai plus Alistair plus the Misfortune. It looks like AL are going to get slaughtered, but now they're trying to turn this into even more. Kai'Sa rips the Baron. Yone does too.
They know that this could be a last-ditch effort for them. Here comes the dominance of 369. Hope dashes in with the Killer Instinct, gets rooted up by Kanavi, knocked away, but the health bars are not right now on AL's side. 369 though, gets bursted down.
Shanks!
There's Shanks' double knockup. He's popping off in this team fight, and AL will pick themselves up 4 kills off the back of Hope. It looks like right now, with Cream respawning, they will not be able to go back to the Baron, but that's a massive team fight win. Dragon, the sole point for them. Looks like Top Esports want to fight this. They have all their crucial ultimates. Kanavi can start the engage here with the Nature's Grasp. Trying to find this bit of a smite. Nicely timed Glacial Prison. As right now, trying to dive on Ejaculate to make sure he can't not use the ultimate. As right now, it's the Dragon picked up. 369 on the backside will not be able to lock down Hope. And now anyone's legends are going to be able to pop off. Here comes Hope with the Killer Instinct. Will lock down Jackie. Shanks, though, with the soul unbound, not able to find anything just yet. As here comes Cream. Nice response. 2-man pull from Chris. Tarzan goes down. Rocket jump unlocked once again. Going back in onto Kyle. And Top Esports will turn the fight back into their favor off the back of Cream on the Tristana.
You take down one AD carry, we've got another one locked and loaded. The Tristana finally comes alive in a fight.
Second time, Tarzan not available, but Kanavi is. He has that smite.
Yeah.
Cream does a lot of damage, 2.5 full items on this Tristana, cracking open more structures and extending their lead in terms of cash in their pockets.
These two teams have played each other 3 times already this year. This is the 4th outing, and it is delivering. Another Nature's Grasp comes forward. Flash burned.
Yeah, at least gets them away from the bullet time, as now Kyle some trouble here. Chris also taking a ton of damage, but has the ultimate unlocked right now. Flandre comes in, the 2-man ultimate with the Gnar, and there comes Shanks as well with the Fate Seal. Already 3 kills in favor of anyone's legend, as Top Esports Baron buff will not find anything. Now could dive onto this bottom side. They have a wave, and they can push in onto these towers.
Yeah, they've taken so few turrets this game that this tier 1 actually gives Jackie Love and Cream an out. Flandre TP'd up to that top side. I don't think he's going to be able to get the tier 2 turret there. With his soul unbound as well, just hops over walls, puts a quick little bit of damage down, goes back to safety. And that's a recall actually from 369 who's going to have to TP in.
So Kanavi actually the one to start the play onto Tarzan. They burst down to Sejuani very, very nicely, forces him to flash away. Shanks now in trouble as well. He has the flash mirror. He does not have that spell. And Kanavi will be able to land the Twisted Advance and lock down the shutdown. Top Esports start the engage first and will be able to win out on this fight for now. Hope, though, he dashes over on to try to assassinate Cream, but will not find much other than half of his HP bar. Flandre, the next target here, as it is another kill picked up for Jackie Love. Anyone's legend, they went for the fight, but Top Esports are still the team in control.
they're looking for the game.
Chris lands the flash onto Hope as well. This Kai'Sa is dead. Jackie Love picks up his 8th kill of the game, and we are headed to a game number 3 of our LPL Finals rematch.
4 times round. We will never see a sweep between these two teams. Top Esports fight back in game number 2 to send us to match point.
It looked a little dicey there for a bit, Rude, especially around that Soul Dragon fight, but Top Esports are going to prove why they were the champions last split. They did it by taking down anyone's legends as they do here, and will have one more opportunity to pick up their first win of the group stage. You can only block so much poke with that Unbreakable.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe a Bard for Crisp could have been fun here on 5.
Yeah,
as well.
it could have been.
The Karma works very nicely. This is the standard bot lane. Try to poke out Hope and Kyle as much as possible in this early game.
Making sure that they are trying to pepper these spells in, but worth looking as well. Early gank bot lane.
Already flashes blown. Deadly Flourish does not connect here as Tarzan goes for another level 3 gank down from the bottom side. Flash on to Chris to land that stun. Should be an easy kill and is picked up by Hope. First blood AL.
Yeah, and what are you going to do, right? Like, you have to play this bot lane so aggressively, otherwise you're just going to get outscaled and not have the purchase in the late game. But 7th now in the LPL in terms of players who played games. That's a deep CP in here from Flandre. Hold on.
Dash away. He has the exhaust, but no defensive summoner spell like a flash or anything like that to close the gap. W is able to do enough. Actually, Andre bombs the exhaust. He might be able to win a 1v2, but Jackie Love will flash into the brush and make sure that he's able to pick up the kill. That was very aggressive from our former world champion, and it does not work out for him.
I mean, they've been massive playmakers for their teams now, for maybe not the series necessarily, but been massive linchpins in their success. As Tarzan trying to stop Konami taking the straight, but no support.
Lightning Rush to try to get here and close the gap. Might be a smite fight. We're not at 600 just yet, but Tarzan will not be able to pick it up, but Flandre does with a snip. Are you kidding me? Does not have the ultimate, so will likely go down here in a 3v1. 369 lands the Shuriken to secure the stun. Shanks ran out of charges on his ultimate, so has to walk out of the Dragon Pit the old-fashioned way, but is able to survive.
It's tricky for Tarzan to try and make that play. Now Shanks trying to navigate his way out of this position.
Dashes in, but it might just be a bait. There comes Tarzan as well as Sky Splitter comes through, and Konami will fall. That is AL picking themselves up another kill as Tarzan gets back into the action.
Okay, the early volley bear damage there coming through, just enough to one-shot Konami and actually keep Shanks alive there.
Nice jobs on the other areas of the map. Thinking Tarzan off of that last play, now makes his way over to the grubs to be able to pick these up rather easily.
Yeah, and for AL, again, want to sort of start painting a picture of what the compositions look like as we move later on into this game. They're down the barrel a little bit here, I would say. I think that Ari falls off a little bit as we move later on into the game, the volley bear as well. So
at this point in the game, very, very impressive stuff. And you know, I feel like we haven't talked too much about 369. You know, when you look at this top esports team, Jackie Love show for the finals, he won the MVP. Then it's Kanavi, who's had high impact. 369 holding down the fort. And
there you go. No, we don't. We've got an answer, and so far it is working out big time. So kudos to 369 for being able to pilot this nice and easily. I mean, half of it comes from the fact that Flandre TV didn't die, but now we've got another scrap for these grubs.
Tarzan smites it away. That's 4-0. That means the top esports will not be able to control the entire camp. See if anyone's legends want to look for anything more. They have Hope on the way, and a teleport entering here from Flandre. Stun lands on 369, who pops the Maelstrom, but he's getting bursted down by Shanks at this point. Kyle has the flash with the Unbreakable on top of him, and now Flandre with the needlework can do some work. Curtain call has been opened up. Chris takes the second shot and the third. Here comes the Sky Splitter from Tarzan. They try to lock down Cream, and he's the first casualty in the fight. Anyone's legend's already up 1-0, and they could look for more. With Flandre dashing in on the Chris, they will secure the final grub to make it a 5-for-1 in that department, and they pick up a kill onto the mid laner up top. So that is the single target crowd control that AL will be looking for in terms of finding these picks as they did onto Queen in that last fight. It's all worked well for them here. We see you now. It's work on the other side as Tarzan is getting targeted and taken down by Konami. Jackie Love providing a ton of artillery in response as well. Now Kyle the target here. Top Esports, they're fully stacked in this bottom lane, and they get themselves 2 easy kills.
We've established for the last 2 minutes, now looking to find a dive onto Flandre. They can even take the turret first if they want to.
This could be a huge swing for the party. The exhaust only onto Konami. Needlework will at least secure a trade as Chris goes down. Teleport in from Shanks to at least clear out the rest of his wave.
Looking to clap back a little bit in this game. It's top esports that are just barely finding more success and coming out on top of Cream.
Oh wow, Cream with a really nice Shuriken shuffle, followed up by Konami on the Vi, who waited around the bottom lane to bide his time to find that kill.
Some of those mid-game woes getting caught out on side lanes, but games 2 and 3 so far, shoring himself up, feeling much more comfortable on the Tristan and now on the Azir and 369.
Here's the response on the other side that AL need to have work. Tarzan turns off the tower for now, but 369 with the lightning rush. No, the stun doesn't connect onto the cannon, and Konami here to the rescue. Another kill going towards top esports off of a failed play from AL, and now Konami can look for more. Nicely used the ultimate by Kyle to at least prevent anybody from Vi jumping in, but now Flandre still under threat. One more auto attack could do it, but he will live, as Kyle and Flandre just barely are going to escape with their lives.
King Konami in the top lane, in the bot lane, wherever you need him, he is there. Dominating AL in game number 3. Yeah, exactly. I mean, 7 out of 8 kill participation by the rest of his team. 5 is the most, and that's for 369. But I think Konami again, just the reason that these two teams have been so powerful in split number 1 was their junglers, and this game is a great example. Game number 1 was as well for Tarzan, but this time around it is the Konami show, and
not want to fight a cannon underneath the tower like that. So anyone's legend, that extended play will
hello.
go towards the wayside. Instead, they're trying to find something on a Chris instead. Knockups connect. Crowd-controlled Kane is there, and Hope picks up a much-needed kill for AL.
Starting to pick up this itemization as well, just giving you a little bit more HP as well to try and withstand what is going to be a very damage-focused top esports composition. A reminder that
Okay, get a cleanse out of Jackie Love, but that is a very small price to pay for soul point potentially for top esports unless Tarzan can jump in for a steal. Can he get it? No! Secured by Kanavi, and now AL are fish in a barrel for Tarzan and the rest of 369. His ultimate comes out, slicing Maelstrom onto Shanks. As well, here comes Cream though with this shuffle. We'll be able to find two. Chris will go down. Anyone's legends. They're fighting the fight. Tarzan jumps forward, but he gets bursted down by Jackie Love and Cream. The carries for top are doing so much damage as they pick up the soul point, but will lose two.
So it's a one fight for anyone's legend. It comes at the cost of that dragon, and I don't think that this tier 1 turret is on the cards for them. A little bit too much damage on Cream here and a little too low HP bars for AL. Actually pops into the charm!
Cream doesn't have flash. He picks up one kill onto Shanks, but it will be a trade and the tier 1 turret going down. That is a worth trade for anyone's legends as they find another angle to somehow claw back into this game here for AL as the dragon has spawned a top
Early poke now. This is where you want your Ezreal to step up. Jackie Love, you can see taking point. The range of this here as well. Tarzan's already going in.
Teleport into Flandre. Tarzan looking for a smite steal, but it will be picked up.
Soul.
That is Ocean Soul for top esports and Kanavi, who now dashes in, lands the buy ultimate onto one, and there's 3, 6, 9 with a slicing Maelstrom. No exhaust to boot on the other side. Already 3 kills. It's a double for Jackie. Dashes forward in a 1v2, forces Shanks to go golden. Hope on the run, and there's no hope for anyone's legend in this game or in this series. He flashes away from the vault breaker of Kanavi, and top esports take control of game 3.
They've had this 5k gold lead for so long, just sat teasing them, but finally they get the soul, they transition it into the Baron.
3 minutes we're counting on top of it. 7,000 gold lead. Top esports in firm control of this game.
Oh,
they are looking very, very good with those revives in hand. It's
just
going to be very hard to stop.
Yeah, there was
the
when Voracious Icon first got added, you could do so many crazy things with this, and it had really cost very little. It now costs a little bit more, but Flandre is just going to die top. Maybe he actually gets away. Actually, he's got support from this jungler, so Tarzan shows his face a little bit. But he does have to burn the needle work, which means again, this effect on the bot side is going to be even harder.
Back to that last fight, the exhaust that Flandre had, he fell without it being used on his 6-9. Slicing Maelstrom, not stopping any of it. The exhaust from Kyle was actually used on 6-9 before he even pressed the R button, so that's worked well for top esports who are now trying to take 2 inhibitors at the same time. Mid lane first, bot lane second. In the mid lane as well, 369 forces Flandre to actually have his base cancel and have him run straight potentially into the entirety of the enemy team. Nexus Tower is now under fire. This could definitely just be the end of the series right here. Flandre is going to burn down as 369 picks up the solo kill.
The final sees the final onslaught. AL, their series on the line.
Anything they can do? Absolutely not. Cream goes in with a shuffle. Another slicing Maelstrom just for good measure. 369 will fall, but it does not matter. Top esports, your LPL champion, will get their victory in the finals rematch.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.